Implementing AD Federation Services. Introduction. The Implementing AD Federation Services module provides you with the instruction and server hardware to develop your hands-on skills in the defined topics. This module includes the following exercises. Prepare system requirements for ADFS resource partner. Prepare system requirements for ADFS accounts partner. Enable name resolution for resource and account domain. Prepare requirements for ADFS server resource partner. Install and configure AD Federation services. Create AD Federation services trust. Lab time. It will take approximately 2 hours to complete this lab. Exam objectives. The following exam objectives are covered in this lab. SYO 501 4.1. Compare the contrast identity and access management concept. Lab diagram. During your session, you will have access to the following lab configuration. Connecting to your lab. In this module, you will be working on the following equipment to carry out the steps defined in each exercise. PLAB DC01 Windows Server 2016 Domain Collector. PLAB DM01 Windows Server 2016 Domain Workstation. PLAB SA01 Windows Servers 2016 Domain Workstation. PLAB Win10 Windows 10 and Enterprise Domain Workstation. To start, simply choose a device and click Power on. In some cases, the device may power on automatically. Exercise 1. Prepare system requirements for ADF as resource partner. The administration of network resources such as file, folders, printers, or network application can be managed by setting up access control lists to users groups in Active Directory Domain Service or ADDS. When user logs into the domain by presenting his credential of identity and is successfully signed in, he granted access to corporate assets based on his role in the network. When two distinct organizations such as business affiliates need to share network resources, a federation can be established between the companies. A federation is a collection of realms or security domain with established relationship for sharing corporate assets. Active Directory Federation Services or ADFS is a Microsoft technology that provides identity federation that uses claims-based authentication. A claim is a statement regarding a user such as a username, email address, among other user attributes that identify the user to the application or resource that he had requested. When setting up ADFS, it typically involved two security domains, the resource partner and the account partner. The resource partner is the domain where the network resource is located. This resource is typically a web application or other type of asset that it shared with an external organization. The account partner is the domain where the account, such as user that will access the corporate asset located in the resource partner. In this lab, the domain called practicelabs.com is the research domain where a simple claims over application will be created. To get more information about ADFS resource partner, please refer to our course material or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more detail. Task 1. Add and install AD certificate services. You will now install certificate service on practicelabs.com domain. The ADCS will be configured it as the root certification authority for the AD domain. You will later establish a certificate trust between practice.it.co.uk and practicelabs.com. Connect to PLAB DC01 in the Server Manager dashboard window. Click Tools and select Window PowerShell. In Windows PowerShell, click Window to install AD Certificate Service. Type the following: add Windows feature name ADCS cert authority include management tools. Press enter. Press enter. Please wait while the installation of AD certificate service is in the process. You will get a system notification when the installation is successfully completed. In the next prompt, to install AD certificate services, using default setting, type install ADCS. Install ADCS certification authority. Cut type enterprise root C. Press enter. Press enter. When certification authority is successfully installed, minimize Windows PowerShell. Task 2. Export root CA certificate to a file. In this task, the root CA will be exported to a file and will later be used to create a certificate trust with an external organization. To export the root CA certificate, perform the following steps. On plab DC01, the server manager dashboard window is open. Click Tools and select Certification Authority. In the Certification Authority console window, click Practice Lab. Then right-click and choose Properties. In the Practice Lab Properties dialog, click View Certificate. In the Certificate dialog box, click Details tab. Under the Details tab, select Copy to File. In the Certificate Export Wizard window, welcome to the Certificate Export window, a wizard page. Click Next. In the Export File Format page, click Next. In the File to Export page, type C. Click Next. In the Completing the Certificate Export Wizard page, click Finish. Click OK when prompt the export was successful. Click OK in the Certificate dialog box. Similarly, click OK in the Practice Lab dialog box. Keep Certification Authority console windows open. Task 3. Configure custom certificate template on CA server. A server running the ADFS service must be assigned a custom certificate that supports subject alternative names. Assigning more than one name to a certificate is the concept of subject alternative name. Use your preferred search engine to search more information about SAN to set up the custom security template with the following steps. On PLAB-DC, in the Certification Authority window, expand Practice Labs, right-click Certificate Template folder and select Manage. In the Certificate Template console window, scroll down the list and right-click Web Server. And select Duplicate Template. The In the Properties of New Template dialog box, click General tab. Under the General tab, type over the template display name title with the following. Select Publish Certificate in Active Directory checkbox. Click Security tab. Under the Security tab, click Add. In the Select User Computer Service Account or Group dialog box, click Object Types. In the Object Types dialog box, select Computer, then Text box. Back in the Select User Computer Service Account or Group dialog box, in the text box, type PLAB DC01, PLAB DM01. Click OK. In the PLAB's Web Properties dialog box, select PLAB DC1. Under Allow, select Enroll checkbox. In the PLAB's Web Property dialog box, select PLAB M, and under Allow, select Enroll checkbox. Click OK. Close Certificate Templates console. Keep Certification Authority window open. Task 4. Allow issuance of new template. To make a new certificate template available to requesting user, it must be added into the certificate template folder in Certification Authority. On PLAB DC1, Certification Authority is open. Right-click Certificate Templates, point to the new and select Certificate Template to issue. In the Enable Certificate Template dialog box, scroll down and select PLAB's Web. Click OK. Close Certification Authority. Task 5. Request web certificate for ADFS server. To request for a web server certificate for PLAB DC1, perform the following steps. On PLAB DC1, right-click Start and select Run. In the Run dialog box, type MMC, press Enter. In the Console 1 window, click File and select Add or Remove Snap-in. Dialog box, select Certificate. Click Add. In the Certificate Snap-in dialog box, select Computer Account. Click Next. In the Select Computer dialog box, click Finish. In Console 1 Expand Certificate, click OK. Personal Certificates. Right-click Certificates, point to all tasks and select Request New Certificate. In the Before You Begin page, click Next. In the Select Certificate Enroll Policy page, click Next. In the Request Certificate page, select PLAB's Web checkbox. Click the More information is required to enroll for the certificate. Click here to configure settings link. In the Request Certificate In the Certificate Properties dialog box, under Subject Name, under Type, select Common Name. Click in the Value text box and type PLABDC01.practicelabs.com. Click Add. Go to Alternative Name section, access the Type drop-down list and select DNS. In the Value text box, type adfs.practicelabs.com. Click Add. Still in the Alternative Name section, click the Value text box. Type cert adfs practicelabs.com. Click Add. Still in Alternative Name section, click the Value text box and type Enterprise Registration dot practicelabs.com. Click Add. The names adfspracticelabs.com, search adfs.practicelabs.com, and enterprise registration.practicelabs.com are now added. Click OK. In the certificate enrollment page, click Enroll. Click Finish to close Certificate Enroll dialog box. Minimize Console 1 window. Exercise 2, prepare system requirements for ADF as account partner. A claim is a statement about a user account that is used for authorizing access to an application residing in the resource partner domain. ADFS accounts partner domain account contains the user account that will connect to the network asset found in the resource partner domain. The account partner is the domain where the accounts such as user that will access the corporate assets located in the resource partner. In this lab, a new domain called practiceit.co.uk will be created. Practiceit.co.uk will be the account domain where users' account will be accessing network assets found in the practicelab.com research domain. To get more information about ADF as account partner, please refer to your source course materials or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more detail. Task 1. Install a new ADDS forecast. You will install ADDS on PLAB SA1 and place it on a domain called practiceit.co.uk. Connect to PLAB SA1 in the Server Manager dashboard window. Click Tools and select Windows PowerShell. In the Windows PowerShell window, to install AD domain service binaries, type the following: add add Windows feature name AD domain services include management tools. Please wait while the AD domain service binaries are being installed. When the addition of the AD domain service is completed, you will promote to PLAB SA01 as a domain controller of practiceit.co.uk domain. Install DNS. In the safe mode administrator password prompt, type password, press enter. In the confirm safe mode administrator password prompt, type password again, press enter. In the do you want to continue with this operation prompt, type A and press enter. Domain controller role will be installed on PLAB SA1. This will take a few minutes to finish, so please wait. PLAB SA1 will automatically restart when domain controller role is installed. Click close. Task 2. Install and configure AD certificate services. You will now you will now install certificate services on practiceit.co.uk domain, and the ADCS will be configure it as the root certification authority for this domain. You will later establish a certificate trust between practiceit.co.uk and practicelabs.com. Connect to PLAB SA101, the server manager dashboard. Click click Tools, and select Windows PowerShell. In Windows PowerShell window, to install AD certificate service, type the following. In the next prompt, to install ADCS using default settings, type, install ADCS certification authority, CA type enterprise root CA, install ADCS certification authority, type enterprise root CA. Click. Minimize Windows PowerShell when configuration of certification authority is successfully completed. Task 3. Export root CA certificate. To export PLAB SA1's root CA certificate to a file, perform the following step until ensure the server manager dashboard window is open. Click Tools menu and select Certification Authority. Then right-click on Practice Lab and select Properties. In General tab, click View Certificate, go to Details tab. Under click Copy to File. In the Certificate Export window, welcome to the Certificate Export window page. Click Next. In the Export File Format page, click Next. In the File to Export page, type click Next. In the Completing the Certificate Export Wizard page, click Finish. Click OK when prompt that export was successful. Click OK. Certificate similar. Keep Certificate Authority console open. Task 4. Configure custom certificate template on CA server. PLAB SA01 will be configured as the ADFS server in the account partner domain. As such, it must have a web server certificate that supports subject alternative name or a certificate with multiple name. On PLAB SA, in the Certificate Authority window, expand practice it. Right-click Certificate Templates, select Manage. Scroll down and right-click Web Server and select Duplicate Template. In the properties of new template dialog, click General. Under the General tab, type over the template display name title with the following: Pit Web Select public certificate in Active Directory. Click Security. Under the security, click Add. Click Object Types. Computer. Okay. PLAB PLAB SA01. Click OK. And hit Properties. Dialog box under the Allow. Task 5 allow issuance of new template. To add the customized certificate template that can be issued by PLAB SA1, CA server perform the following step on PLAB SA certificate authority is open, right-click certificate templates, point to new and select certificate template to issue. In the enable certificate template, scroll down and select Bitweb. Click OK. Close certification authority. Task 6 request web certificate for ADFS server. The request for a web certificate for PLAB SA. Perform the following step on PLAB SA. Right click Start and select Run. In the Run dialog, type MMC, press Enter. In the Console1 window, click File and select Add or Remove Snap It in. Click Certificates, Add. In the Select Computer Account, Finish. Okay. Expand certificates, expand personal, click certificates. All tasks request new certificate. In the before, click Next. Next. In the certificate properties, common name, PLAB SA01, that practice it that code that you can click add. ADFS that practice it that code that UK, click add. Search all ADFS practice it that code that UK, click add. And enterprise registration practice it that code that we pay. Click add, click OK. The certificate enrollment, click enroll. Click finish to close the certificate enrollment. Minimize console one window. Task 7. Create GPO for Trusted Root CA in practicelabs.com and practiceit.co.uk domain. In this task, you will need to establish a certificate trust between practicelabs.com and practiceit.co.uk. Connect to PLab this one server, tools, group policy management, domain, then right click default domain policy and click edit. Group policy, computer policies, Windows settings, security settings, public key, policies, trust, trusted root, right click and click import the Windows, click next. The file, click next. The certificate of root CA server PLab SA1 has been successfully added. Close group policy. Minimize group policy console. Connect to PLab SA01. Tools and select group policy management. Domain practice it default domain edit computer policies Windows settings security settings, public key policy, trusted root, right click and select import, click next, file to import page type and click next. In the complete certificate, click finish and then OK. In the group policy management editor window, notice that certificates have been successfully added. Close group policy management editor, minimize Exercise 3, enable name resolution for resource and account domains. Name resolution must be properly configured between two organizations that are joined together with an AD Federation Services Trust. In this exercise, you will enable the domain controllers of each domain to have an alternate DNS server that points to the external organization. For example, practicelabs.com domain controller called plabdc1 with an IP address 192.168.0.1 and will have an alternate DNS server that points to 192.168.0.4, which is plab SA1 and vice versa. To get more information about setting up name resolution between Active Directory domains, please refer to your course material or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more detail. Task 1. Configure alternate DNS and DNS forwarding. In this task, you will configure DNS server or of practicelabs.com to forward name resolution request to practiceit.co.uk and vice versa. Click plabdc1, right-click Start and select Command Prompt. In the command prompt window, to set an alternate DNS server for the eternal connection, type one nine two point 168.0.4 index equals to, press enter. Next, X will not return a status to indicate a successful configuration. Close command prompt window. In the Server Manager dashboard, click Tools and select DNS. In the DNS Manager console, expand plabdc1 and click and click Conditional Forwarders. Right-click the conditional forwarders and choose New Condition Forwarder. In the New Conditional Forwarder dialog box, in DNS domain box, type practiceit.co.uk. Under the IP address of the master servers and enter 192.168.0.4. Select store this conditional forwarder in Active Directory and replicate it as follows checkbox. Under the drop-down list, select all DNS server in this forest. Click OK. A conditional forwarder for practiceit.co.uk is now available. In DNS Manager window, expand Forward Lookup Zone, practicelab.com. Right-click practicelab.com and select New Host. In the New Host dialog box, in the name text box, type ADFS. In the IP address text box, type 192.168.0.1. Click Add Host. Click OK in the DNS message box. Back to the New Host dialog box. In the name text box, type cert.adfs. In the IP address, type 192.168.0.1. Click Add Host. Click OK in DNS message box. Click Done. To close New Host dialog box, close DNS Manager. Connect PLAB SA1. Right-click Start and select Command Prompt. In the Command Prompt window, to set an alternate DNS server for the Ethernet connection, type one nine two point one six eight point zero point one index equals to press enter. Next extend will not return a status to indicate a successful configuration. Close command prompt window. In the Server Manager dashboard window, click Tools and select DNS. Select DNS. Right-click on conditional forwarders. Choose conditional forwarders. In the new conditional forwarder dialog box, in DNS domain box, type practicelabs.com under the IP address of the master servers and enter 192.168.0.1. Select Store this conditional forwarder in Active Directory and replicate it as follows checkbox. Ensure that the drop-down list is set to all DNS server in this forest. Click OK. A conditional forwarder for practicelabs.com is now available. In DNS Manager window, expand Forwarder Lookup Zone. practiceit.co.uk, click practiceit.co.uk, right-click practiceit.co.uk and select New Host. In the New Host dialog box, in the Name text box, type ADFS. In the IP address text box, type 192.168.0.4. Click Add Host. IP address and Add Host. Click OK in the DNS message box. Back in the New Host dialog box, in Name box, type cert author.adfs. In the IP address text box, type 192.168.0.4. Click Add Host. Click OK to close DNS message box. Click Done to close New Host dialog box. Close DNS Manager. Exercise 4. Prepare requirements for ADFS Server Resource Partner. The Resource Partner domain in a Active Directory Federation Services infrastructure is the organization that owns the corporate network resource, such as web application that is accessed by users from the account partner organization. To get more information about configuring ADFS Resource Partner, please refer to your course material or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more detail. Task 1. Install IIS on PLAB-DM1. For this task, you will install IIS on PLAB-DM1. This computer will be running a claim-aware web application. Connect to PLAB-DM1. When signed on to PLAB-DM1 in the Server Manager dashboard window, click Tool and select Windows PowerShell. Tools, Windows PowerShell. In the Windows PowerShell window, to install web server and other required components, type the following: add Windows feature web server web server include management tools. Press enter. Please wait while the Windows features are being installed. Windows PowerShell will confirm the successful installation. In the next prompt, to install the ASP and other development tools, type add Windows features web basic web ASP.NET 45 Net Framework 45 ASP.NET Windows Identity Foundation include management tools. Windows feature, Web Basic, um, Web ASP, ASP.NET 45, Net Framework 45, ASP.NET, Windows, Identity, Foundation, Include Management Tools, press enter. Please wait while installation is processed. In the next prompt, you need to restart PLAB MDM1 to enable it to detect the newly installed certificate authority server in PLAB DC1. Now type shutdown R T0. Please wait for 2 minutes. Task to request computer certificate for IIS. A trusted certification authority was configured earlier on PLAB DC1 to ensure that the PLAB DM1 detects the trusted CA. You need to update the computer policy. Connect the PLAB DM1. Right-click Start and select Run. In the Run dialog box, type MMC, press Enter. In the Console1 window, click File and select Add or More Snap-in. File, Add or Remove Snap-in. In the Add or Remove Snap-in, select Certificates. Certificates. Click Add. In the Certificate Snap-in page, select Computer Account. Click Next. In the Select Computer page, click Finish. Click OK in the Add or Remove Snap-ins dialog box. In Console1, expand Certificate Local Computer Personal and click Certificates. Right-click Certificates to point all tasks and select New Request. Request New Certificate. In the Before You Begin page, click Next. In the Select Certificate Enrollment Policy page, click Next. In the Request Certificate page, select PLabs Web checkbox. Click More Information and Request to enroll for the certificate. Click here to configure settings link. In the Certificate Properties dialog box, under Subject Name, Access Type drop-down list and select Common Name. Click in the Value text box and type plab dm1.practicelabs.com and click Add. Go to Alternative Name section, access the Type drop-down list and select DNS. Click in the Value text box, type plab dm1.practicelabs.com, click Add. The names plabdm1.practicelab.com are now added. Click OK. Click OK. In the certificate enrollment page, click Enroll. Click Finish to close certificates enrollment dialog box. Minimize Console 1. In the Server Manager, Tools, click Tools and select Internet Information Service Manager. Click plabdm. At the center pane, double-click Server Certificates. A computer certificate is now issued. plabdm1, keep Internet Information window open. Task 3, configure SSL bindings to enable websites published in plabdm1 to use SSL. A certificate must be bound to the default website. On plabdm1 Internet Information Service Manager is open. Expand site and right-click on default website and choose Edit Binding. In the Site Binding dialog box, click Add. In the Add Site Binding dialog box, type to HTTPs. In hostname text box, type plabdm01.practicelabs.com. In SSL certificate drop-down list, select plabdm1.practicelabs.com, click OK. Select close and in the site binding dialog box, minimize Internet Information Services Manager console. Task 4, download a simple claims application. In this task, you will download sample code to create a claim-aware application. Please note that this application does not have full capabilities of a full-fledged claim application and will not be functional in this lab exercise. On PLAB DM1, click Internet Explorer. The Set Up Internet Explorer 11 message box and choose Use Recommended Security and Compatibility Settings. Click OK. In the Tool and Resources page, click Tools. Windows Server 2012. Windows Server. Windows Server 2012. Tools, Windows Server, click Claim Up. That's it. In the notification, click Save. When file downloads is complete, open folder. In the File Explorer window, right-click Claims Upzip and choose Extract All. In the Select a Destination and Extract Files, click Extract. A new File Explorer window opened. In the new File Explorer window, a new folder called Claim Up will open. Go up by one folder level by clicking on Downloads on the address bar. Downloads. Right-click on Claim folder and choose Copy. Paste Claim Up folder in C. inetpub www.root close File Explorer and Internet Explorer. Task 5, add web application. To add the sample application in IIS, perform the following step. On PLAB DM1, restore Internet Information Service Manager from taskbar. Right-click default web site and select Add Application. In the Add Application dialog box, in alias text box, type claims app, click in the physical path text box and type click OK, minimize the Internet Information Services Manager. Exercise 5. Install and configure AD Federation Service. After successfully setting the requirements for the resource and account partner side of the ADFS, you will now install the Active Directory Federation Services on each organization domain. To learn more about how to install and configure AD Federation Services, please refer to your course material or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more detail. Task 1. Install IIS on PLAB DC1 and PLAB SA1 that will run ADFS. To install web services on the servers that will run ADFS, perform the following step. Connect to PLAB DC1. In the Server Manager dashboard window, click Tools and select Windows PowerShell. In the Windows PowerShell window, to install web server and other required components, type the following. Add Windows feature web server web server include management tools. Please wait while the Windows features are being installed. Minimize Windows PowerShell when the IIS feature is successfully installed. Connect to PLAB SA1. Restore Windows PowerShell from taskbar. In the Windows PowerShell window, to install web server and other required components, type the following. Please wait while the Windows features are being installed. Minimize Windows PowerShell when the IIS feature is successfully installed. Task 2. Add ADFS feature in Resource Partner. To install ADFS in the Resource Partner domain, perform the following steps. Connect to PLDC1, restore Windows PowerShell. To create the KDS not root key for group managed service account, type the following command. Add KDS root key effective time get date. Get date dot add hours -10. The GUID for the managed service account is created in the next prompt. To install AD Federation Services, type add Windows feature name ADFS Federation, include management tools, include management tools. Please wait while Windows feature is being installed. You will get a successful confirmation when ADFS is successfully installed. Minimize Windows PowerShell window. Task 3. Configure a standalone Federation server. To create the first server in the ADFS farm, perform the following steps. On PWDC, the server manager dashboard window is open. Press F5. To click refresh button, click the yellow exclamation point and select configure the Federation service on the server. In the welcome page, click next. In the connect to Active Directory domain service page, the current Practice Labs or administrator account is signed in. Click next. In the Specify Service Properties page, click the SSL certificate drop-down list and select pwc1.practicelabs.com. In the Specify Service Account page, the Create a Group Management Service account is automatically selected. Click in the next box and type FSGMSA. Click Next. In the Specify Configuration Data page, now create a database on this server using Windows internal database option is selected. Click Next. In the review option page, there will be a momentary pause as the selection are being analyzed. Click Next. In the prerequisite check page, when all the checks are successful, click Configure. Please wait for installation to complete the process as this will take few minutes. In the result page, a summary of the configuration setting was made in display. Click Close. Right click Start, point and shutdown, or sign out and click Restart. Click Continue. To proceed with the server restart, press Enter. Task 4. Verify the availability of federation metadata on ADFS server. To verify it, if this ADFS federation metadata is available, perform the following step. Verify that PILA DC1 is completed its restart and that you can connect it before you begin working on this task. Connect PILA Bin 10. Right-click network icon in the system tray and select Open Network and Sharing Center. In the Network and Sharing Center window, click Internet option. In the Internet Properties dialog box, click Connection. Under the Connections tab, click LAN Setting. In the Local Area Network Setting dialog box, click Advanced. In the Proxy Settings dialog box, in the Exception text box, type ADFS ADFS asterisk, click OK. In the proxy settings, similarly, click OK in the local area network. Close Network and Sharing Center. Launch Internet Explorer. In the Internet Explorer 11 dialog box, click Use Recommend Setting and click OK. In the address bar, type over the existing entry with the following. Press Enter. If the above URL did not work, type the following URL path. Press Enter. The metadata of the ADFS server is displayed. Close Internet Explorer. Task 5. Install ADFS in account partner domain. To install ADFS in the account partner domain, perform the following step. Connection to PLAB SA1. Tool. Select Windows PowerShell. To set the properties for the managed service account, type the following command. Add ADS root key effective time get date that add hours -10. Write down the GUID that was generated by the command for your reference. In the next prompt, to install AD Federation Service, type add Windows feature name ADFS Federation include management tools. You will get a successful confirmation when ADFS is successfully installed. Minimize Windows PowerShell window. Task 6. Configure a standalone Federation server in account partner organization. To install the first ADFS server in the accounts partner domain, perform the following steps. On PLAB SA1, click refresh button. Click the yellow exclamation point and select configure the federation service on this server. In the welcome path, click next. In the connect, practice it. In the specify service account page, the create a group manage service account is automatically selected. Click text box and type FS Gamma. Click next. In the specify configuration data page, to create a database on this server using Windows internal database option, click next. In the review option page, there will be a momentary pause as the selection are being analyzed. Click next when applicable. In the prerequisite checks page, when all the checks are successful, click configure. Please wait for installation to complete the process as this will take a few minutes. In the results page, a summary of the configuration setting that was made in display. Click close. Right click start, point to shut down or sign out and click restart. Verify the availability. Task 7. Verify the availability of federation metadata to on ADF server on account partner. To ensure that the Internet Explorer is open in the following address bar, type over the existing entry with the following. Ensure that XML opens with the view of content of the file. Press enter. If the above URL did not work, type this following URL path. If there is no problem with this website, security certification message appears. Click continue. Close Internet Explorer.